good buddy 650E here, and we're on our way to one of our favorite meeting spots, State 8 Motorcycles in Peninsula, Ohio. And one of my good buddies, Warren, or as we call him, Turbo Warren, has rode in with his son, and we're going to be doing some riding today. Turbo Warren will be on his Turbo Hayabusa, and his son will be on his built-up Hayabusa. And we intend to demonstrate if these bikes will be strong enough to take down the Kawasaki H2. I suspect that the Turbo Busa will have light work beating the H2, but I'll be damned if a built-up Busa takes this bike out today. I've been proven wrong before, as my buttocks is still tender from the spanking that was administered to me by Trans Am Guy 73. But I don't think that behavior and that sort of activity with me getting the smackdown is going to happen today. So stay tuned for that. We'll find out in just a moment. And there are a few other guys that are meeting us here at State 8 Motorcycles to do some cruising with us. So it should be a fun day. Finally, there's some sun shining after months and months of rain. Thank you, truck. There are a lot of coppers on this road, so I can't do what I really want to do. There's a time and a place for that, but this isn't it. This is not it. Marcus Aurelius said, do not speed on the roadways, right? And there's a Lamborghini. You can spot that Lamborghini a mile away with that beautiful fluorescent green paint job. Alright, I wonder if that guy was up at State 8 Motorcycles just a few minutes ago. I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, so we're pulling up as we drive by some naked men. We're pulling up here at State 8 Motorcycles, and it looks like they have some sort of outdoor tent event today. That's a fine and dandy, as long as there's refreshments. Because I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty like that tiger in Life of Pi. You know, thirsty. We got some bikes pulling up. Oh, that's Warren and his son right there pulling up. Haha, that's Turbo Warren right there. Stretched Turbo Busa. James! What's up, buddy?
How you feeling?
Good, you took him for a ride? You took him to get some gas?
Just to get some gas.
Nice.
I didn't know they was. I first pulled up, they were standing there, and I went in there for about a half hour. They were still there. They said they were waiting on you. I was like, oh.
Warren! Turbo Warren! How you doing?
Good.
That's your son?
Yeah,
is that Todd?
How you doing, man?
Todd, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
Good to meet you. It is hot. That's why you guys brought the right jackets.
You got that. All our other stuff's way too hot.
You did too. Yeah, I did too.
Mine's a little big. I had to, bring it out though. Shoot.
Yeah.
That leather. Anybody else?
Yeah, there's a couple more guys coming.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, so I'm riding my good buddy Turbo Warren's Turbo Busa for the first time. The first time I ever rode a turbo bike, so the turbo's nestled right in there. And we're going to give it a spin and see what I think of it.
She'll spin all right.
I'm not going to try to spin this bike, that's for sure. Oh, I like the throttle response. Yeah. It's normal.
I know. I just got to come around. I have to stop. I do a lot of rides. I like it quiet. Not only that, it's kind of like this smell.
Watch out for the little girl in the middle of the road. You hit that girl, you'll be underneath the jail. Alright. I'm kind of scared to ride a Turbo Busa. I've heard so many things about them. You know, 300 horsepower, 400 horsepower. It's going to rip your arms off the socket. you're going to need stitches. Well, we'll see. We have a straightaway here. Whoa! Whoa! Jeez, man! I'm not racing this goddamn thing. This thing pulls much harder than my H2. Whoa! Savagely! Unreal! Wow! And what I like about it is that because it's a Busa, it's big. So when that whoosh comes on, I don't feel like, whoa! Like on my H2, because it's smaller and more nimble, you just know in every gear that the power is going to wheelie and whatnot. Whereas for this one, you feel planted. Whoa! Huh? It's my buddy Todd on my H2. Wow. I need a straightaway, brother. And I know just where to find it. Jeez! I mean, look at the RPM I was at. 5,000 RPM. And I'm in third gear. And it just whooshes. Man, I like the feeling of a turbo bike. I really do. I might have to look into this. See if I can find a highway here. Well, my turn signal on. I have no idea how this thing doesn't corner too bad. Now, I will say the difference between this and my H2 is that I don't feel too much low end power. Whoa! The goddamn cheese kebabs! That's 90 mile an hour like it was nothing. Like I were in a school zone. Wow. It would definitely make an interesting video to see how this puppy shoots away from me on my H2. Wow. Let's see if I can get on the highway here. Wow. And what's good about it is that you don't really hear anything. He doesn't have a real menacing exhaust note or anything like that. I can hear the turbo, whooshing, for lack of any other words. But that's about it. Wow. This is the type of bike that once you learn it and get used to it, you'll have a lot of fun. Shit. 120. Like nothing. Wow. I'm going to be totally frank and honest with you all right now. This is too much power for me, personally. Yes, I said that. Too much power for me. And what I mean by that is that we don't have the roadways here to really utilize this kind of power. And I know you've seen some of my SmackDown videos, but this bike can get out of hand really quickly. And as you see right now, I mean, it is broad daylight. It's noon on a Saturday, but there's nowhere for me to really get up and start dancing with this thing. So for me, it's a bit of an overkill, but for a adrenaline junkie and a speed junkie, this is your fix. Wow. I'm just going to stick with my H2 and learn how to ride that damn thing. This bike spins the tire even in 5th gear. Wow. That is a bit ferocious. A bit ferocious for my tastes. As I said, that's too much power for me. You can go ahead and call me a female reproductive organ if you wish. I'm just keeping it real with you. 315 horsepower is a little much. That's why I didn't buy an H2R. I mean, I do have my limits. Oh, it just hit a bump. Wow, that's a lot of power. I mean, it's almost like an exercise while riding this bike to tame the power. And that is not how I feel when I'm riding my H2. I don't feel like I constantly have to be mindful of the power. Not that, again, this isn't my bike, I'm not used to it, so I'm sure that Turbo Warren is quite used to it and loves the way it feels and performs, as do I. But I think for right now, it's a bit much for me. Love the bike though. So we're leaving State 8 Motorcycles. We have the guys all assembled, and we're going to go for a little cruise to get some pizza in Wexford, PA, one of our favorite little runs. But first we have to stop for fuel. There's Turbo Warren on a Turbo Busa, and you can see he weighs significantly less than me. His bike puts out 187 pound-feet of torque and 315 horsepower. So obviously, people, I'm not expecting to put the SMACKDOWN on him. Your good buddy 650 Eve has learned his lesson from assuming that he's going to put the SMACKDOWN on any and everyone. Alright? You can thank Trans Am Guy 73 for that. But we just want to see what these jokers are going to do on the highway. I suspected I might get out on him for a little bit, but he should come just storming, Norman, Schwarzkopf, right by me without a problem. So stay tuned for that.
Have to run over and get some gas in this.
Okay, we'll go that way this time. So my good buddy Turbo Warren had an incident with his Turbo Busa. Started overheating, so we had to bring it back, and thank goodness he brought a spare bike, his ZX10, and so we can continue our trip here to Wexford, PA. I almost feel like going home to get my R1M at this point, but we're already like so far behind. It was cool that he brought his spare bike with him so that he didn't ruin the trip. Gotta respect that, but he's still a small guy, and that is one of the cleanest ZX10s that I've seen in a while. That guy looks so small on that bike. He's probably still ferocious. But don't you guys think for 1 second that I'll get beat by a ZX10. The day that happens is the day you see this H2 on eBay for a buy it now price of $1. I'm not playing with you. So we made it out to the oven here in Wexford, PA. We had a great meal. Todd and Warren showed up. Warren's Turbo Busa had a cooling issue, so he had to pull his ZX10 out of his trailer and ride that. Now we're leaving the oven on our way back to town. We had a couple of SmackDowns while we were out here. The H2, you'll be happy to know, reigned supreme. So that was good. Alright, we had a great day hanging out with Turbo Warren and his son, Todd. And we got to put some SmackDowns in effect. But the big race that we were looking forward to versus Turbo Warren's Busa did not happen because he had a cooling issue with his Turbo Busa. So stay tuned for an upcoming SmackDown on that motorcycle. But I rode the damn thing, and I'm pretty sure, oh, that's a beautiful home tucked away back there. I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to win that one, but I'm going to give it an effort. I'm going to try, and that's all that can be asked of me. So stay tuned for that. We're just going to enjoy some more fantastic weather here, finally. So stay tuned.